देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की, श्री पुरुषोत्तम मास की। हरे कृष्णा। सो आज पुरुषोत्तम मास का
Hare Krishna. So today is the 6th day of this Purushottam month, and today we are going to listen to the 6th chapter of Purushottam month. As we have heard so far about the past life of Draupadi ji, she was born as a daughter of a sage, and in her childhood she lost her mother and she didn't had any siblings. She only had the shelter of her loving father, but to get an appropriate son-in-law, the father went out and he died on the way, and this girl became quite distressed. And we have heard in the last session as well that she met sage Durvasa, and he tells her a solution to get relieved of this distress. He speaks the glories of Purushottam month. By following or observing this Purushottam month, all our distresses and obstacles will be destroyed, all our desires will be fulfilled. And Durvasa Rishi kindly requested, but we heard in that 5th chapter, Draupadi ji could not trust the word of this great sage. In the glory of Purushottam Mass, she could not get faith, and she rejected this proposal to observe Purushottaman. And then, although Durvasa Muni was vexed with her, but as she was a daughter of his dear friend, he avoided to curse her and thought that it will be highly inappropriate or disservice to his friendship to his friend. And then he proceeded towards Badrinath to have an audience with Lord Narayan and perform austerity there. So we have heard so far till this point. So now, in the 6th chapter, what happened when Durvasa Muni left? Lord Shri Krishna himself is revealing it to Yudhishthir Maharaj.
मुदीरियासौ जगामतरी समुद्भवः क्षणात् ऋषि सुता जाता क्षणात् ऋषि सुता जाता निष्प्रभा मुनिवाक्यत निष्प्रभा मुनिवाक्यतः। भगवान श्री कृष्ण युधिष्ठिर महाराज को इस
Lord Shri Krishna tells Yudhishthir Maharaj that in this manner, iti means like this or thus, vacho umudisyas arso, jagam atris mudbhava. The one who was born from Atri Muni, or the son of Atri Muni and Anusuya mother, Durvasa Rishi, after speaking thus, giving her the counsel to this sage's daughter, he went or left. And once he left, what happened? We need to understand and imbibe in our own life as well. After Durvasa Muni left, this daughter of the sage went Nishprabha. She lost all her opulence. She became powerless as she hadn't followed the advice of Durvasa Muni. So the philosophical point here is that when you ask a sage or a saint or a spiritual master, and if you take a shelter of the same, and when a spiritual master thinking that you are surrendered to him and he gives you an advice or counsel for our welfare, for our benefit, and there is no ulterior motive for that spiritual master or a sage, and when we listen to such counsel and yet if we don't follow it, we don't trust it, we don't have any allegiance to that, then we will lose all our potency. Sadguru or a bona fide spiritual master will, a true spiritual master will never force you. In Bhagavad Gita as well, Krishna became the guru of Arjuna, and in the 63rd verse of 18th chapter, what did Lord Shri Krishna tells Arjuna? He says, "Oh Arjuna, in this manner I have revealed all the scripture, all the transcendental knowledge." And what was that knowledge? That was the secret knowledge. That is the transcendental knowledge which I have shared with you. But now, taking this knowledge, yat ichhasi yataha kuru. So whatever desire you have, you should do. Krishna didn't got hold of the neck of Arjuna that you should follow it. You have to follow it. He never said that. He is a bona fide spiritual master, and he gives the true knowledge to the disciple. But if we follow it, then we will be benefited. But if we don't trust his words, then you can see in this verse what can happen. That daughter of the sage became without any potency. And she became without any potency. So you should not be surrendered to anyone so soon. And if you are surrendered to the spiritual master, then his words should be your yardstick to live in this world.
रुचिरम कालम, बहुत समय तक,
and for a long time She was thinking that what shall I do? And she had this one hope that this sage will do something for me, but he didn't do anything for me. Now what shall I do? So what shall I do? And she is thinking again and again. Then what was the final decision she took?
अब मैं देव ईशम देवाधिदेव महादेव की आराधना करूंगी.
So now I will perform austerity towards Lord Shiva, Dev Adi Devam, Parvati Patim, that is the husband of goddess Parvati. I will perform austerity for him. And she started performing austerity for Lord Shiva. And what kind of austerity she performed? Lord Shri Krishna reveals to Yudhishthira in Padma Puran that nobody has done such a great austerity what she has done for Lord Shiva. In Hemant Ritu, that is the winter season, she used to stand in the ice cold water of River Ganga, and in the summers when there is so much heat of the sun and earth and nothing to eat, and she used to stand on one feet and perform austerity. So such kind of austerity, Yudhishthira, oh King Yudhishthira, nobody can do, and she did this for 8,000 years. That's what Lord Shri Krishna told Yudhishthira Maharaj. And for 8,000 years, whom she has worshipped? She has worshipped Lord Shiva.
ईशान निर्वाण रूपम विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्म वेद स्वरूपम निजम निर्गुणं निर्विकल्पं निरीहं निराकाशमाकाश वासं भजेऽहम् निराकारमोङ्कारमूलं तुरीयं गिराज्ञानगोतीतमीशं गिरीशम् कालं महाकालकालं कृपालं गुणागार संसार पारं नतोऽहं नमामि शमीशा निर्वाणरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेद स्वरूपम. वैसे तो उस ऋषि कन्या ने 8,000
Although this daughter of the sage has performed austerity for 8,000 years, and then the Lord Shiva appeared. So we in Kali Yuga need not to do this for 8,000 years. If we just recite the 8 verses of Rudra Ashtakam, which was written by Bhagwan Shankaracharya, if you just recite those 8 verses,
तेषाम शंभु प्रसीदति. इस रुद्राष्टकम का पाठ करने से
by just reciting this Rudra Ashtakam, the Lord Shiva becomes happy and satisfied. So therefore, if you have a desire to satisfy Lord Shiva, then you should recite this Rudra Ashtakam. So this girl performed austerity for 8,000 years, and Lord Shiva manifested, and it is mentioned in Padma Purana that he didn't came alone. Usually, Lord Shiva goes alone and gives audience alone, but this time he took all his family along with him. So Ganesh ji, Kartikeya ji, and Mother Parvati were accompanying Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva was carrying Ganesh ji and Mother Parvati Kartikeya ji, and now Lord Shiva said that you have done a great austerity. Now you can ask for any benediction that you desire. And the girl replies beautifully,
देहि पतिं मह्यम् पतिं पति महं वृणे पतिं देहि महाराज पतिं देहि महाराज नान्यं मे चिंतितं हृदि। जब शिवजी ने कहा जो चाहिए मांग
when
लो,
Shivji said that you can ask for any benediction, then she said that I have no desire, but I just have one desire and anxiety. And what is that? I can fulfill that. Then what did she said? Patim dehi, patim mahiya. So if you have attachment to something, or you have an intense desire for someone, and if that person comes in front of you, then we repeat to the same word quite a few times, especially over the phone, when you when someone who is respectable or beloved of you, and he calls and he will say hello, hello, yeah, please tell, please tell. So we speak like this. It's a sign of respect, and it's a sign of love as well, and intense desire to speak to them. So this manner, this girl said that Patim Dehi, it could have worked, but then she said Patim Mahiyam, Patim Patim Maham Rine, Patim Dehi Maharaj. And I have no desire apart from that. And the Lord said, Tathastu. I told that demigods don't think. If someone said, asked something and they said that, okay, he said that whatever you desire will be fulfilled. So the girl became satisfied. She venerated the Lord, and Lord Shiva was about to go. But while he was going, he said, your austerity is complete, your desire will be fulfilled as well. But I don't understand, why did you ask for 5 husbands? For your information and knowledge, because you have 5 times asked for husband, husband, and husband, so therefore in future, oh chaste woman, you will have 5 husbands in your next life. So this girl said that I just wanted one husband, I don't want 5 husbands. So he said, you should have been careful, just count how many times she has spoken this word patim.
महाराज है, तुमने 5 बार, हम तो फोन में 2 बार बोलते ना, हेलो हेलो, बोलो बोलो, ये 5 बार पति 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 बोल गई.
She has spoken husband 5 times, and Krishna, Shivji also said instantly Tathastu. So now Lord Shiva is saying that you have asked for a husband 5 times, that therefore in future, after a few days, you will become wife of 5 husbands. You will have 5 husbands. By just listening this, the girl started
गदगद
crying.
होकर कहने लगी,
She was overwhelmed
ऋषि कन्या कहती हैं,
and cried
ये तो
frantically.
एक परेशानी से बाहर नहीं
She said
निकली
that
तो दूसरी
I
बड़ी
just
परेशानी आ गई।
got out from one obstacle and
महाराज,
got another hurdle. Oh
ऐसा नहीं चाहिए, कृपया करो, ऐसा मेरे जीवन में न हो।
Lord,
एक कया
I
अनेक
don't want
कामिनिया,
this
एक एव पतिर भवेत।
in my life,
एक पत्नी की, एक स्त्री का एक ही पति होता है।
because
पंच
a woman
पतिर
can have
भवती कचित,
should have only one
पांच
husband,
पति वाली पत्नी
and
नव
if
दृष्टा
someone
पश्यता
have
क्वचित।
5 husbands, nobody has heard
पांच
about it,
पति वाली पत्नी इस दुनिया में न कभी सुना गया, न कभी देखा गया।
and nobody has seen it as well.
ऋषि कन्या आगे कहती है,
And then she further
एकस्य
adds
पंच कामिन्य, एक स्त्री की पांच
that a woman
एक पुरुष की पांच पत्नी हो
or
सकती है।
one husband can have 5 wives.
एकस्य पंच कामिन्य, एक पुरुष की पांच कामिनी पत्नी हो सकती है।
Kamini means wives.
लेकिन
So
पुरुषस्य भवन्ति
ekasya means one, purushasya means man. So one man can have 5 wives, but
एक स्त्री को पांच पति,
a woman to have 5 husbands.
पंच एव ही। महाराज, एक तो मैं दुखी थी,
All I was already distressed, and I performed austerity because of that. And I asked for a benediction. Well, I didn't thought about it, nor you contemplated. Now I will have to have 5 husbands. I don't know need such a benediction. Please be merciful. I have performed such a great austerity. Lord Shiva said, my word cannot go untruthful, but I can do some consideration, as Parvati ji was, and she also said that we should do something. Then he said that what can you do? Krishna says, Yudhishthir, at that time, Shivji had 5 heads. He came in his Panchmukhi form. Panch means 5, Shira means head, and Shankar, so 5-headed Shankar. He said that you will have 5 husbands. There is no doubt about it. Ma means no. But they won't be there in this birth. Although it was supposed to happen in this birth, but I can at least relieve you that not in this life or birth, but in future it will happen. In your next birth, when you will leave this body and you will get another body, at that time you will have 5 husbands, because you had asked for this benediction, and I have already said yes. So this daughter of the sage said that I have done so much, yet why I had to suffer this? Then Lord Shiva replies, because you have disrespected, offended Durvasa Muni, and you have dishonored Purushottam month as well. You have done two offenses. Do you think Durvasa is an ordinary person? Durvasa is my favorite sage, and he is the devotee of the Lord himself. And you rejected his advice or counsel to you. He had given you such a beautiful advice, you didn't followed it. So you have disrespected the sage and dishonored the Purushottam as well. Are you aware how pious or glorious this Purushottam month is? This magnificent month is the epitome of the Lord himself. and it is the crystal of all the other months. And you have disrespected such a pious month. In Let me share a secret. This is the thing that we should learn. Lord Shiva says, Aham, that is me, along with my family. Brahma, that is Lord Brahma, the creator of this world. Prajesha, that is all the demigods. Naradadya, that is Narad Muni, and all other sages and saints or hermits. We all serve this Purushottam month, and we all observe this Purushottam month. This is a beautiful thing, that this Purushottam month is followed by Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Indra, all the sages and saints, hermits, etc. follow it as well. So this is the glory of the Purushottam month, which is being presented here by Lord Shiva. If someone, he says that if someone follows it, he adds, if someone follows or observe this Purushottam month, perform or practice devotional service towards the Lord, then the Lord becomes satisfied. Madhuha, that is Lord Krishna. It's the name of Lord Krishna. Ha means the one who destroys or who killed. Madhu means the killer of Daitya Madhu. So he had killed this Madhu demon, and that is why he is addressed as Madhuha. And Hari, as you all are aware, who steals the heart of his devotees. So in this Purushottam month, if you observe or follow this month, then Lord Hari becomes happy and satisfied. Oh, beautiful, chaste lady. If Lord Krishna himself gets satisfied by observing this month, then who will be a fool not to observe it or follow the Purushottam month? In this manner, he just said and left, and here this daughter of the great sage started contemplated and she took an action, but at this point
So यहाँ पर
at this point Vedvyas ji concludes the 6th chapter. On the 6th day of Purushottam month, this pastime is concluded this. So you can listen again and contemplate on this, that if Shivji is glorifying like this, and then this girl thought that what shall we do? That we will listen tomorrow. So we are extremely fortunate. Just imagine that I don't think that there ever have been such a coincidence that the Purushottam month is going on, and every day of Purushottam month we are listening to the glories of each day with the glory, and we are listening to the Bhagavatam Katha also. So it is a great opportune time. So we are extremely fortunate that we have got this opportunity by the support of the Garg family. So today we should name Lord Shri Krishna. So at least the elder brother should be. So we will proceed to this pastime. Before that, let's do Jai Jaikar and Kirtan.
खड़े होकर नाच सकते हैं
And you all can stand and dance. Only 2 days are left for this Katha.
किशोर जय गोपी चित चोर प्रभु जय जय माखन चोर जय जय माखन चोर। श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की, जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की। उपस्थित भगवत कथा अनुरागी
Hare Krishna, I welcome all the loving devotees of Srimad Bhagavatam, all the devotees attendees. I extend my warm welcome and gratitude to the mellowful senior devotees who have decorated this assembly. I also extend my warm welcome and gratitude to you all who have joined through the medium of electronic devices, that is YouTube, Facebook, Govind TV, etc. That is all the listeners, devotees, and the organizers of this beautiful Katha, the inhabitants of Delhi, the whole Garg family. Let's remember their ancestors, Sri Sadhuram Gargji, Ratiram Gargji, and Padmavati Mataji, and their 4 sons, Satishji, Sunita Mata, Pavanji, Loveleen Mataji, Anilji, Anshu Mata, Ashokji, Nidhi Mata, and all the daughters, Premlata ji, Neelam, and all the family members, children of this family. I welcome you all on the 6th day of this Bhagavatam Katha.
श्रीमद् भागवत कथा के
So, I welcome you all on the 6th day of this Katha. Welcome back, and our humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Radhe Shyam.
सो आज आहा सभी भक्तों ने
So today,
लाल वस्त्र पहना है
everyone is wearing red,
ऐसे भी आज के दिन
and
लाल रंग पहनने की
today
बड़ी महिमा है
it is glorious to wear red
हमारे
color.
हिंदू धर्म के अनुसार
According to the Sanatan or eternal Dharma, this red color
उत्साह, सौभाग्य,
is
उमंग,
the symbol of happiness, bliss, courage,
का प्रतीक माना गया है।
and the start of a new life.
लाल रंग
Red color
भी प्रतीक माना गया है।
also signifies
यह रंग अग्नि,
anger.
अमृत
It
और
signifies
ग्रह का भी रंग
fire,
है।
Mercury planet
हमारे सनातन धर्म में,
as
हिंदू
well.
धर्म
So,
में
in our
विवाहित
Sanatan
महिला
eternal religion, a
लाल रंग
married
की
woman
साड़ी और चूड़ियां धारण करती
should
हैं।
wears red color sari
परंतु
and
द्वारा बनी
bangles.
हुई इस प्रकृति में
The material universe created
जो
by the Lord
पुष्प है,
Himself,
फूल है,
the
फ्लावर,
flowers,
तो लाल रंग के फ्लावर ज्यादा
the red
पाए जाते
color
हैं।
are
वैसे ये
mostly
लाल रंग
found in
लक्ष्मी
abundance.
माता को बड़ा
So
प्रिय है।
this red color is the favorite of Mother Lakshmi
हमारे
as well. the goddess of fortune,
वस्त्र धारण करती हैं
wears red clothes,
और श्री लक्ष्मी माता
and
लाल
the goddess of fortune,
कमल
Lakshmi
पर
ji,
शोभायमान होती हैं।
sits on a red-hued lotus
हम
flower as
वैष्णव
well.
की बात करें तो यह
For
लाल
the
रंग
Vaishnavas like us, this red
हनुमान जी
color
महाराज को भी बहुत प्रिय है
is a favorite of Lord
क्योंकि
Hanuman
हमारे
as well,
हनुमान जी महाराज पर लाल रंग का
and
सिंदूर चढ़ाया जाता है।
we offer vermilion on Lord Hanuman.
माँ दुर्गा के मंदिर में भी
In Mother
लाल
Durga's
रंग की
temple as well,
सटीकता दिखाई देती
mostly
है।
red color is used or preferred.
कुल मिलाकर ये
In
लाल
essence,
रंग
this
ऊर्जा
red
प्रदान
hue
करता है।
gives
ये लाल
energy,
रंग
it
शरीर को
energizes,
सुधारता है।
and it
लाल रंग
benefits
दृढ़
our
निश्चय को
life.
प्रदान करता है।
It gives us
लाल रंग हमारी संस्कृति को दर्शाता है।
determination.
मन में सकारात्मक विचार
It
लाता
gives
है
positive
और
thoughts in
लाल
our
रंग
mind,
भाग्य
and
बढ़ा सकता है।
it can create
अंत
our
में
fortune.
त्रेता
At the
युग
end,
में
in the
भगवान
Treta
का
Yuga,
रंग लाल
the
रंग
Lord's
का है।
color is
इसी
red
प्रसंग
hue.
में श्री
So in this
गर्गाचार्य
pastime,
निवेदन करेंगे
Sri Garga Acharya
त्रेता
will
में रक्त वर्ण के भगवान
speak that
प्रकट
in
हुए
Treta the Lord was red hued,
और आप जिसके मुख से कथा सुन रहे हो
and the person
गुरुदेव ने
from
उनका
whom you are
नाम भी
listening the
लाल
Katha,
गोविंद दास
Guru
रखा है।
Dev has named him as
सभी
LalGovindDas.
महिमाओं में अपनी भी तो डालनी पड़ेगी हैं? क्योंकि आपके माइक तो
So
बंद
we
होते हैं, आप तो कैसे बोल पाओगे, तो आपके बिहाफ में मैं ही अपना
So on
बोलूंगा।
your behalf, I have told about myself as well.
लाल का अर्थ होता है प्रिय हैं?
So red
लाल
means
माने
favorite.
लाल रंग भी होता है और लाल माने
So
प्रिय भी होता है।
it is also
जैसे हम लोग कहते
considered
हैं ना हरी
a
के
color,
लाल
a hue,
माने हरी
but
के लाल।
also a favorite
तो
or
आइए
beloved.
श्री नंद बाबा के घर पर
So in Nand Baba's home,
यदुओं के पुरोहित श्री
the Purohit or
गर्गाचार्य
family
आए हैं
priest of the Yadu clan, Gargat Muni,
और
has
नंद बाबा
arrived,
ने गर्गाचार्य का बहुत सुंदर स्वागत किया है।
and he has been beautifully
स्वागत दो
welcomed
तरीके से होता है,
by
एक
Nand
तो
Maharaj,
कुछ वस्त्र
and
प्रदान करके भोजन
we can
दाना
welcome by giving them something like
और दूसरा स्वागत होता है पानी
feeding
से।
them, bathing, giving them opportunity to do bathe
वस्तुओं
and
से थोड़ा
wash their
बहुत
feet,
कम
etc.
स्वागत हो ना
So if
इस
we
बार चल
don't
जाएगा,
use too much of
परंतु किसी अतिथि
things,
का
then
स्वागत
it will
अपनी मधुर
still work,
वाणी से करना
but
चाहिए।
we should welcome them with our
नंद
sweet
बाबा ने
words.
गत सत्र में बहुत सुंदर कहा
In the previous session, Nand Baba
कि नीम
beautifully
पीत्वा
speaks
ब्रवीत ब्रह्मन, हे ब्रह्मन,
that,
हे
O
गर्गाचार्य,
Brahman,
आप
O Garg Muni,
परिपूर्ण हो और
you
आप
are
जैसे
complete in
महान
yourself,
संत की हम
and
क्या
such a
सेवा कर
complete
सकते हैं।
sage, how can we
पूर्णस्य
serve you?
कृपाम किम, कल हमने श्लोक में देखा था।
We have seen this
जब
in
भी
and
हम किसी
discussed in
संत
the
को
verse
मिले या
yesterday.
कोई
So when
सद्गुरु
we
या कोई शुद्ध
meet
संत
a
हमारे घर पर आए तो हमारे मन
sage,
में ये भावना होनी
and
चाहिए,
if a sage comes to our house, then we
भगवान
should
पूर्ण
have this
है तो
thought
भगवान के
that
भक्त भी
the
ये
Lord
शुद्ध
is
संत भी
complete.
पूर्ण
So
होते
these
हैं
sages and saints are also
और
complete
हम
in it
ऐसे
themselves.
पूर्ण जो परिपूर्ण है
And
उनको हम क्या दे सकते हैं,
what
उनको
can
हम
we
क्या
offer
सेवा
to
कर सकते
such
हैं,
complete
ये
sages?
भावना होनी चाहिए।
So we should have this thought
तो
in
उनको
our
भी कोई
mind.
आवश्यकता नहीं है,
So
जैसे
they don't
भगवान
need
पूर्ण है,
anything,
भगवान
as
के
Lord
भक्त भी
is
पूर्ण
complete in
है,
himself, his
उनको
devotees are
उसकी
also
कोई
complete.
आवश्यकता नहीं,
So they don't
लेकिन हम
expect
हमारी
or need
शुद्धि के
anything from
लिए,
us, but for
हम
our
हमारे जीवन को
purification,
पवित्र करने के
to
लिए
purify
उस
our
शुद्ध
life,
संत की सेवा करनी
we
चाहिए।
should serve that sage or saint
बाकी
completely.
बहाने देने वाले तो बहुत सारे होते हैं कि भगवान पूर्ण है तो फिर भगवान को भोग
So
लगाने
there
की क्या
can be
जरूरत,
many
भगवान
people
को
who can give
नए
excuse that the Lord
वस्त्र
himself is complete.
पहनाने
Then
की क्या
why
जरूरत
do
है,
we
वो
need
पूर्ण
to
है,
bathe him,
वो तो
clothe
पूर्ण
him,
है, लेकिन हमें भी तो
etc.?
पूर्ण
So
बनना
he
है।
is complete, but we also
उनके पास तो सब
want
कुछ, कोई
to
कमी नहीं,
be
लेकिन
complete.
हमें हमारे जीवन को पवित्र करने के लिए
They lack nothing,
और
but
भगवान के
so
शुद्ध
that we
भक्तों की
can
सेवा करनी चाहिए।
overcome our
दूसरे
shortcomings,
शब्दों
we
में
should,
नंद बाबा के इस
Lord gives us
वचन से
opportunity to serve
हमें
these
बहुत
sages
सी
and
सीख
saints.
मिलती है
So
कि जब
by
भी हम कोई
Nand Baba's words,
सद्गुरु
we
या
get a great philosophy behind that whenever we serve a great sage, saint, then we should not give a thought that he is working because of us or he, he is complete in himself. He is sitting on the lap of the Guru. He doesn't need us. It's just that we want to purify ourselves and we want to open the gates of our fortune. That is why we serve them. So this is a beautiful thought of Nand Baba. So if a sage is lack something or he is desperate, not thinking that, but to purify ourselves, we should serve the sages and saints. So Nand Baba beautifully requested that although you are complete in yourself and you have no desire, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says,
भक्त निश काम अतएव शांत भुक्ति मुक्ति सिद्धि कामी सकल यशांत कृष्ण भक्त निश काम अतएव शांत। जिसके मन में भोक्ति की कामना है, भोक्ति माने
so a person who has this desire for sense gratification or the one who has this desire of liberation or perfection of life, that is siddhi, who has desire of these material things or person, he always will be unpeaceful. All these sense desires create dishevel in our consciousness, but a Krishna's devotee is nishkam, satisfied, he is at peace. So, Gargacharya, you are the exalted, stalwart devotee of Lord Hari. Therefore, you are complete. And a person like me, what can we offer you but to purify myself? Please give me an opportunity to serve you. This should be the mood or mellow behind serving a great sage or a saint. So if Gargamuni replies to Nand Baba that if I am complete, if I am complete, then why do I need to visit you? Then Nand Baba gives a great philosophical point. He says,
चलनम नृणाम गृहीणाम दिनचेतसाम नृश्रेयसाय भगवन् कल्पते नान्यथा क्वचित् कल्पते नान्यथा क्वचित्। गर्गाचार्य ने कहा यदि मैं पूर्ण हूं तो
Gargacharya says that if I'm complete, then why will I visit you? Nand Baba beautifully replies, you are a great sage, Mahat. You can see in this verse, this word Mahat, Chalanam. So when a great sage walks from his home, it is not for his own sake, Grihinam Dine Chetasam, so that or for the welfare of householders. Grihina means householders like us. That is why they start or walk from their hermitage. So we need to understand this from two angles. So the sages also need to understand, if you consider yourself Mahatma, then rather than filling or coffers, oh, Mahatma should not walk for this sake. A great sage works only and only for or with intention to or for the welfare of the society. He works or intends to work for the welfare of the society. So Ashokji said that we should go deeper. Then we will have to take hold of this word, Mahat Dvichalanam. So the walking of a sage is Mahachvalina. So Dvichalana means that specially walking. So how does they both differ? So Vallabhacharya ji describes this in Subodhini. Vichalana means Chalana means to walk. So here Nand Baba says the walking of the sage is for the welfare of others. So if he walks from his bedroom to bathroom or kitchen, then is it for others' welfare? So this small walk can be for his own sake, but Vichalanam, so to leave their home and hermitage, the sages who go far, that is for the sake of others. That is the depth of this verse. So the walking of sage or saint can be for themselves or their sake, but if they go leave their home and they walk far places just with one intention for that is the welfare of the householders and others, because a detached or a celibate brahmachari etc can all perform devotional service. They have enough time to practice devotional service, that is sadhana, but we householders are grist. We have so many entanglements, we have so much work, business, familial responsibilities, and our majority time is taken by all these activities. Therefore, they are referred to as deen, that is their pitiable condition. No matter how rich a person will be, but still he walks up in the morning and starts for his work so that he can take care of his family. So you all are aware that to work or to do business, our consciousness gets contaminated because of the same. We need to deal with people. So this consciousness cannot be fully focused or concentrated on the Lord. Therefore, Nand Baba is a householder, he is a merchant. So he says, we householders, we are of a pitiable consciousness, and the sages, for the welfare of such pitiable householders, come for their welfare, not to gather charity from them. So they just come for the welfare of others. So Acharya or a scholar beautifully explains that this deen word here is very potent or important here, because the great sage will go to the home of a poor, destitute, humble devotee. If I give you an example, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what can be a better analogy than him himself? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go to the homes of Malechas, Muslims, and all the sinful people, and he used to embrace them and remove their sins. But he never went to the home of the king of Orissa, although he was a great devotee of the Lord, but he never accepted his invitation. King Rudra Pratap worked very hard that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should visit him, but he never visited him. And the pastime is such that this king, Rudra Pratap Rudra, when it was the time of Jagannath Yatra, he was sweeping in the front of this Rath Yatra. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw this, and what did he saw? That although according to his work or deed, he is a king, but inwardly he is destitute or humble. So, Deen Chetasa means that they will only go to poor, destitute people. They will go to the home of rich as well, but only those selective few who have no pride for his wealth, who is humble, who has humility in his heart, the great sage will visit them. If you have wealth, doesn't mean that it's something that, but we should not be proudful of the same or prideful of the same. So those who are destitute, humble, we a sage visits such people. And apart from that, there is no other goal or intent behind their travel. And some sages and saints are so merciful that even if they are not called, they are not invited, yet they go and visit them. Without an invitation, they go there. This is the special mercy of Mahatma or a great sage. Let me share you one thing. Nand Baba, who is the father of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in this verse, he tells or addresses Gargacharya as Bhagwan. If you can see in the second verse, second word, so you should not think that he is the Lord himself with all the six opulences. Here, Bhagwan implies he is such a sage that he can provide any kind of fruit or benediction. He is capable to do the same. So Bhagwan here implies that you are omniscient, you are capable of giving anything. So what can we do for you? Actually, Nand Baba had already decided in his heart that I will get my children's name from him, but he cannot put this proposal straightforwardly. So he is praising Gargamuni. Before putting a proposal, he is making or creating a foundation for the same. So therefore, in the other second verse, he says or adds,
की महिमा बताते हुए
he sings the further glories of Gargamuni.
नाम अयनम साक्षात् यत ज्ञानम अतीन्द्रियम प्रणीतम भवतायेन पुमान वेद परावरम। हे गर्गाचार्य,
Oh, Gargamuni or Gargacharya, you are benevolent, and he reveals the glories of Gargamuni. He says Jyoti Sham, that is the astrology, the science of astrology. So by seeing the horoscope, a person gets aware. What can we know? So whatever things are there in front of our eyes, we are unable to see or understand them. But by the help of science of astrology, we can understand, and whatever is beyond our senses, that also can be revealed through the help of astrology. And not only that, the last word is for our by astrology, not about this life, but also about our next life we can know. This is the glory of the science of astrology. But what does Nand Baba wants to say? The art of astrology by which a person can know their present life and the future life as well, a birth as well. So all this can be revealed by this, and you are the creator or founder of the same. O Gargamuni or Gargacharya, Pranitam Bhavatayen, you yourself has created the science of astrology or manifested the science of astrology. So just to speak the from the books of others, anybody can do that. But Gargacharya has created his own scripture. This astrology was written by him. So he is the creator of the science of astrology. Then Gargamuni says that you are praising me, and I agree that I created this astrology. So this is true. He is the founder of he is the founder of astrology. And not only Nand Baba, but everybody in Braja knew that, and he was famous for that, and he did a great. So let me share it with you. He has written a Garga Samhita in which this pastime is mentioned. So once it so happened, you know about Brahma Vimohan Leela? When Lord Shri Krishna used to go grazing the cows, so daily he used to accompany his cowherd boys and friends, and he used to take his breakfast, that is Kalayu in Sanskrit. So he used to start after having his breakfast, and mother used to pack his lunch for the afternoon. And daily he used to graze the cows and eat there. So once he was eating, and Brahmaji thought that I've heard that the Lord has manifested on the earth, and the Lord is here and he is performing pastimes, so I should also go and have a glimpse of the same. So this four-headed Brahmaji came to this material universe, and what does he sees? Krishna is sitting in the middle and surrounded by all his friends, and he's feeding his friends the remnants of his food, and his friends are putting their remnants in Krishna's mouth. So first, earlier I have said there was a poor friend of Krishna. He told mother that everybody feeds Krishna by taking something from their home. Even I have this desire to feed him something. Mother said that we are destitute, poor. What can we offer? She said that I have buttermilk. You can take this buttermilk. So this friend came with this buttermilk. So all the friends are feeding him all types of bhoga, and they also said that they have got so much opulent bhoga, and I should offer this buttermilk. So with shame he couldn't offer it to the Lord, and then he thought that it might have turned sour because it was made in the morning. So everybody was feeding Krishna the remnants of his food, but this friend drank all the buttermilk himself. Krishna said, "Oh, dear friend, they all have fed me, but you haven't offered me anything." He said, "I don't have anything. I just had buttermilk that I have drunk, so it was already in his mouth. He, Krishna punched his cheeks, and all that buttermilk came out, and Krishna drank. That is the love of the Lord towards his friend. So, in this manner, Krishna was performing his pastimes with the Lord, and Brahmaji, the knowledgeable Brahmaji, came and he saw this and he said that how could this be the Lord who is taking the remnants of others? He cannot be the Lord. And if he is the Lord, then I will test him. So this four-headed Brahmaji wanted to test the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. And to test the Lord, first and foremost, what he did, so all the cows who were grazing the fields, he took all of them and stole them. So the friends said that, "Oh Kanhaiya, we cannot see the cows and the calves." So Krishna replied that you all should eat and I will just go and take a look. So Krishna has food in his one hand because he became anxious that where are the cows and calves. So he has this food in his hand, and when he could see the calves and cows, he understood that this is the work of Brahmaji. When he came back, then he saw that his friends also were not there. They were also abducted by Lord Sri Brahma. Now Krishna is all alone. Nobody is there, nor the cows and calves, nor his friend. But the Lord is the Lord who is the most potent of all. So what he did was he generated all these cows and calves from himself, and all the Krishna expanded himself and created the friends that were similar. And on a daily basis, whatever they used to do, they went like that. And they used to do this, and this happened, or this pastime happened for one whole year, because Brahmaji's going and coming back took 1 year. So in this 1 year, what did Gargamuni did? Just listen. Gargamuni was aware that these gopis are going to love the Lord and Raslila will be performed. So as you know that he is the creator of the science of astrology. So he was aware what is supposed to happen. So Gargamuni came to Vraja and he told all the associates or denizens of Vraja, they said that if you want to marry your daughters, then this time is the opportune time. Why? He said that I am an astrologer and I've created this science of astrology. After 12 years, or from now till 12 years, there won't be any appropriate muhurata or time to get married. And if someone marry at that time, they will get divorced. So if you really want to marry, then this is the most opportune time, because Gargacharya has said that all these friends were with Brahmaji, but all these were Krishna or his expansion. So he said that this is the best time to get your girls married. So the Gopas of then where shall we go? So we will just find the Gopa from Raja and get our daughters married. So all the Brajvasis married off their daughters with all these friends of Krishna. But if we see in essence, then these friends were with Lord Brahma, but actually it was Lord Shri Krishna. So the gopis of Raja got married with Lord Shri Krishna by the mercy of Gargamuni. This is his benevolence, magnificence, and glory. All the gopis who were to be in separation with the Lord, they became the Lords. And this himself he has revealed in his scriptures. So all the gopis in Braja were all married to these gopis. So all these gopis were married off to Krishna during this time. So such Garg Muni, who is an expert and creator of the science of astrology, is here in the home of Nand Baba's home, and Nand Baba is singing his glories. So if Gargacharya says that I am expert, and as you say, but why are you glorifying me? So now Nand Baba reveals his heart's content to Garg Muni.
ब्रह्मविदां श्रेष्ठ संस्कारान् कर्तुमर्हसि बालयोरनयोर्नृणां जन्मना ब्राह्मणो गुरु जन्मना ब्राह्मणो गुरु. So tvam hi brahma vidam
So
shrestha.
Tvam hi Brahma Vidam Shrestha. Nand Baba says or adds, he says Tvam, that is you. Him means definitely. Brahm means Vedas and Vidya means knowledge. So you are the knower of the knowledge of Vedas and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Oh Garg Acharya, you are an expert in the Vedas and the Lord as well. So you are an expert in that. Gargacharya said that I agree that I'm an expert, but how does it matters to you? What is your intention behind all this glorification? So Nand Baba here replies, as you are the knower or expert in Vedas and the Supreme Personality of Godhead as well, therefore, sanskaran kartum arhasi, therefore, you should name my children or sons. So he has put this proposal forward that you should name my boys or children. So Hanuman Podarji was asked, what is the difference between animals and humans? Then he beautifully replied, he said that the difference between the two is that the humans have culture or sanskar, but animals lack that. So since birth till the end of their life, we perform 16 sanskars, or and the fifth of them is the naming ceremony. So if Gargamuni asks that whom you want to name or get name for, they said that please do the naming ceremony. So he says Balayor Anayo. So this is a word that gives a direction. So these two, so you can see who were these two? That is Krishna and Balram. So these boys should be named by you. But just listening to that, just look at his acting. He came with a pure intent to name these kids. Yet he says, no, how can I do the same? Your son should be named by your family priest. I am not your family priest or your spiritual master. How can I do the same? Nand Baba, Bhanguri Rishi, that is the spiritual master of Nand Baba, he should name your son. How can I do the same? Then Nand Baba beautifully replies, a family priest can do that. So you are a Brahmana, and Brahmana is automatically the spiritual master of all the living entities of this world. So by birth, he is a spiritual master. So here we need to understand the meaning of Brahmana, because otherwise all the Brahmanas will think that they are spiritual masters, but they should have this quality of the Brahmana. So the one who knows the Vedas, who performs devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So a Brahmana is a spiritual master by birth. And you're not only a Brahmana, but you also are Brajvasi. So the Brahmana is the guru of all the living entities, and Brajvasi is the spiritual master of a sannyasi. So you are a Brahmana and you are a Brajvasi as well, or the resident of Braja. So you should be merciful and name my children. So now he is inviting him to name his children or sons.
पड़ा तेरी चरणों में जगा देना, मैं शरण पड़ा तेरी शरणों में जगा देना। गुरुदेव कृपा करके मुझको अपना लेना, गुरुदेव कृपा करके मुझको अपना लेना। करुणा निधि नाम तेरा करुणा दिखलावो तुम, करुणा निधि नाम तेरा गाइए, करुणा दिखलावो तुम, सोए हुए भाग्य को हे नाथ जगावो तुम, मेरी नाव भंवर डोले इसे पार लगा देना, मेरी नाव भंवर डोले इसे पार लगा देना। गुरुदेव कृपा करके मुझको अपना लेना, मैं शरण पड़ा तेरी मुझको जगा देना। तुम सुख के सागर हो, निर्धन के सहारे हो, गाइए। तुम सुख के सागर हो, निर्धन के सहारे हो, इस तन में समाये हो, मुझे प्राणों से प्यारे हो, नित माला जपूं तेरी नहीं दिल से भुला देना, नित माला जपूं तेरी नहीं दिल से भुला देना। गुरुदेव दया करके मुझको अपना लेना। पापी हूँ या कपटी हूँ, जैसा भी हूँ तेरा हूँ, घर बार छोड़कर मैं जीवन से खेला हूँ, दुख का मैं मारा हूँ, मेरा दुखड़ा मिटा देना, दुख का मैं मारा हूँ, दुखड़ा मिटा देना, गुरुदेव कृपा करके मुझको अपना लेना, मैं शरण पड़ा तेरी, शरणों में जगा देना, मैं सबका सेवक हूँ, तेरे चरणों का चेहरा हूँ, नहीं नाथ बुलाना मुझे, इस जग में अकेला हूँ, तेरे दर का भिखारी हूँ, मेरे दोष मिटा देना, तेरे दर का भिखारी हूँ, मेरे दोष मिटा देना, गुरुदेव कृपा करके मुझको अपना लेना, मैं शरण पड़ा तेरी, शरणों में जगा देना। श्री गुरुदेव भगवान की। So, hey गुरुदेव,
Oh, beloved Gurudev, please give some space at your lotus feet. And I'm aware that only a spiritual master can name, but you should become the spiritual master. So Gargmuni already had this desire. He came with the sole intention of doing that, and he got this proposal from Nand Baba himself. But now he has his desire. I will do that, but it should not be done in midst of all the people. It should be done in solitude. Therefore, in the next verse, Gargmuni puts a proposal to Nand Baba. Sri Garga Uvacha, that is Sri Gargmuni said,
अहम आचार्य ख्यातश्च भुवि सर्वदा, सूतं मया संस्कृतं ते मन्यते देवकी सुतम। ये 20 श्लोक का प्रसंग है, बहुत सुंदर
so
सुंदर।
these 20 passages are very beautiful. This is a beautiful conversation between these two. So Gargamuni said, listen, O Nand Baba, I am the family priest of the Yadu clan, and everybody knows that this is not concealed. This is no secret that I am the family priest of the Yadu clan. On this earth, everyone knows that or are aware of that. So if I name your son, what will people think? They will think that if I name your children, then people will think that these children are not yours. They are the sons of Devaki and Vasudev. Because your children should be named by Bhanguri Rishi. If I name them, then people will think that these are the children of Devaki and Vasudev. So, do you want to go deep? So, let's look at this word Sutam. So this Sutam is here in singular form, but the kids are two. So Nand Baba has two sons. So two kids are to be named. So why he speaks Sutam in singular form? He should have told in plural form. But he is speaking in this, that this elder son, I can name him, no problem. There is nothing to worry about. But this Sutam, this younger one, if I name him, then Kansa and others will think that this younger son is not your, but the son of Devaki and Vasudev. By just thinking that, why will people think like that? He says that forget about others, but at least Kansa will think that you are not aware about Kansa. Kans is a sinful person. His consciousness is filled with sins. He is a great sinner. And it is mentioned about Kans. So this word Kans is from Sanskrit, and they all are made by a primary word. So the base word Kansa has made Kasai as well. So that is the butcher. So the base word for these Kans and Kasai is someone who is shameless, who is cruel, who doesn't have an iota of mercy in their heart. And such Kans is a grave sinner, and his consciousness is sinful. And you are a friend of Vasudev. So you are a friend of Vasudev. And Kans is contaminated. And if I name your son, then Kansa will automatically think that this boy is Vasudevji's son. So Anang Dundubhi word you might have heard for the first. So this implies or signifies Vasudevji. When Vasudevji was born, then his first name was given by the demigods, because when he was born, there was an oracle by the demigods that this boy will always speak the truth. He will never lie. And there was a special instrument that they played, whose name is Anandundub. That is why he is also addressed as Anandundubi. So Vasudev is your friend, and Devakya Ashtamo Garbha Nasri Bhave Mahati. So that Devaki's eighth child was not supposed to be a girl, was not the girl. The girl that appeared, he knew that that was not her child. And then he further adds, so in this manner, if Kansa thinks that this eighth daughter which manifested, and this girl herself has spoken that you're trying to kill me, but the person who is supposed to kill you has already been born. So this eighth daughter said that the person who will kill you is already there. So he's aware, or well aware, that a person who is going to kill me is not going to be a girl but a boy, and he will be here nearby in my place. And if I name your son, then Kans will think that this is Devaki's son, and he will abduct your son and try to kill him in some manner or harm him in some manner. So Garga Rishi tried to advise or convince Nand Baba, but Nand Baba was persistent that you should name my son. He said that if you're worried that if you will name him, then the people will know. So don't get worried. I have a plan. The merchant's mind have too many plans. So Nand Baba gives the plan. So Sri Nand Uvacha or Sri Nand Mun. Nand Baba said,
अलग शीतो
what did
अस्मि।
he said? He says,
नंद बाबा कहते हैं कि काम करते हैं लोगों
he
की
says, we can do one thing. We are worried that the people will get to know.
लोगों से छिप कर
So by hiding from others, we will go to a secluded secret place and we will name of these children. Garg Rishi said that if we'll do in hidden, you have so many servants,
दास तो ठीक है दासियों में के पेट में कोई बात रहती नहीं है
especially the maid servants, won't be able to keep their mouths shut. They won't be able to keep this secret and they will reveal it to someone.
नंद बाबा ने कहा
Then
कि मेरे जितने भी
Nand Baba said,
हैं वो सब सेवा में है
I will put all of my servants on some work or other, so you should not be worried or concerned.
और मेरे साथ
Apart from me, there won't be anyone else. I will be there.
सॉरी यशोदा रहेगी रोहिणी रहेगी
Yashoda Maya and Rohini, Mother Rohini will be there. And only three of us will be there, and there will be no any other party, a person there.
अपने काम पे हैं सारे
So everybody is busy with their all work,
चराने गए हैं
and all the servants have gone to graze the cows, and the maid servants
हैं वो सब कुछ कर रहे हैं
are looking after the spices and the grains, etc.
यशोदा है और रोहिणी है
So only my wife Yashoda and
करण कर दीजिए
Rohini ji would be there, so you can do in solitude. But Gargamuni said,
होते हैं
even the walls have ears.
बोले नहीं नहीं दीवार के भी कान होते हैं
So this
बाबा दीवार अब टेंशन आपको दीवार का ही है ना तो ठीक है हम
saying came from here. So he says that you're worried about the walls, but in our
जाते हैं और आप
Gaushala or the places where we take care of the cow, our cow shed has no walls. So
बहुत अच्छा लगा
this proposal was sanctified or accepted by Gargamuni.
अच्छा लगा
He liked it a lot.
गर्गाचार्य
And
प्रकार से सारी सारी शर्त मंजूर करवा लिए
he accepted all these
गोस्वामी अपने
conditions, and then Sri Shuk
के एवं
Goswami comments.
संप्रार्थितो विप्र
He says,
इस प्रकार से
in this manner,
के द्वारा सम्यक रूप से प्रार्थना करने पर निवेदन
by such a
स्वचिकीर्ष में वतत
intense request by Nand Baba,
गर्गाचार्य नामकरण
Gargamuni, the Vipra, that is the Brahmana, or Gargamuni, accepted that although he had this desire as well,
रहस्यमयी जगह पर
that this will be done in a secret place where only the cows will be there, only in the cow shed it will happen.
में छिपकर नामकरण करने जा रहे हैं किसी एक आचार्य ने बहुत सुंदर कहा
So one acharya or a learned scholar has said that to give name or to accept name should be done in solitude. That is the best.
नाम नाम देना माने प्रचार करना एकांत कमरे में एकांत स्थान पर हो
So
अच्छा है और नाम लेना हरि नाम लेना एकांत में
So to chant the holy names also should be in solitude as well.
बेटर है तो नंद बाबा ने कहा तो अब क्या करें
So he said, Nand Baba said that what shall we do? Shall we
नंद
go?
बाबा की बाजू में ही गौशाला थी
So the cow shed was nearby.
खड़े हुए
And they both stood up.
खड़ी हुई यशोदा मैया खड़ी
Rohini Maya and Yashoda Maya, they all stood up. And they took both the sons and they all went towards the cow shed. So let's move with them.
जय गो माता जय गोपाल जय गो जय गो माता जय गोपाल जय गो भक्त वत्सल प्रभु दीन दयाल, भक्त वत्सल प्रभु दीन दयाल। जय जय राधे जय जय श्याम, जय जय राधे जय जय श्याम, जय जय श्री वृंदावन धाम, जय जय श्री वृंदावन धाम। जय गौ माता जय गोपाल, जय गौ माता जय गोपाल, भक्त वत्सल प्रभु दीन दयाल, भक्त वत्सल प्रभु दीन दयाल। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे ओ हरे राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री गौ माता की। इस प्रकार
So,
चलते
in this manner,
नाचते हुए गाते हुए श्री नंद
singing and dancing,
यशोदा, रोहिणी
Nand, Baba, Yashoda, and Rohini, and both the kids and Garg Muni
गौशाला में पहुंचे हैं।
have reached the cow shed.
हमारे भगवान का
So,
नामकरण
our
गौशाला में
Lord
हुआ है,
was named in Goshala
गौ
or
माता
cow
के
shed
बीच में।
amidst the
तो
cows.
सबसे पहले नंद बाबा ने क्या किया?
So, what did
अपने बड़े
he
बालक
do?
अपने बड़े बेटे को गर्गाचार्य के गोद
So,
में रख दिया।
first and foremost, he
क्योंकि
kept his
नामकरण
elder
तो पहले
son.
बड़े का होगा ना, ज्येष्ठ बालक का।
So, first, the elder son
तो
should
अपने
be
बड़े
named.
बालक को नंद बाबा के गोद में रखा।
So, Nand Baba presented the elder son to
जैसे
Garg
यानी
Muni
गर्गाचार्य के गोद में रखा, जैसे ही गर्गाचार्य के
on the
गोद
lap
में
of
रखा,
Garg Muni. And as he
गर्ग
kept
उवाच।
him, Shri Garg Muni said,
अब 1.5 श्लोक में,
so in this
ये बड़े हैं,
1.5
1.5
verse,
श्लोक में श्री गर्गाचार्य
Garg Muni
बड़े बालक का नामकरण कर रहे हैं।
describes or
सुनिए,
names
शायद आपके लिए भी
the
प्रथम
elder
बार
son.
होगा।
This might be for the first
इसे
time for
बड़े
all of
बालक
you.
के 4 नाम रखते हैं।
So
कितने?
he is given 4 names.
तो ये श्लोक में 4 नाम बताए गए हैं। अयम ही रोहिणी पुत्रो रमयन सुहदो गुणे आख्यास्ते राम इति बला धिख्यात बलम विदो। नंद बाबा ने जैसे ही उस बालक को अपने गोद में रखा,
As soon as he was put on the lap of Garg Muni by Nand Baba, Garg Muni, who is the founder Acharya of astrology, he knows everything from past and future, and he spoke and he said, I am he, the elder son. His first name is, as is the son of Rohini ji, his mother is Mother Rohini, therefore he should be addressed as Rohine, the son of Rohini ji. So Rohineya. So the first name is Rohineya. And the second name, Ramayan Suhride Hrido Gune. So this elder son, by his qualities, he will give excitement and bliss. He will give enjoyment to everyone's heart. And because of this quality, he will be addressed as Ram as well.
सो श्री राम भगवान की नंद बाबा के बड़े बालक का पहला नाम रोहिणेय,
The first name is Rohineya, second is Ram,
गर्गाचार्य कहते हैं रुको रुको और एक नाम
and
मैं
then
देता
he
हूँ,
said
तीसरा
that
नाम
let me give another name to him,
बलाधिक्यात बलम विदु।
Baladhikya
ये
Dvalam
आपके
Vidu.
पूरे ब्रज में पूरी दुनिया में
In the
सबसे
whole
अधिक
Braj,
बलवान होगा।
he will be the
बल
most
अधिक
powerful
क्या?
or potent,
बल अधिक होने के कारण
and
मैं
because of
उसका
his
नाम रखता
strength,
हूँ बल।
I name him
सो बड़े
Bal.
बेटे का तीसरा नाम रखा गया बल,
So his third name
लेकिन
was
हम
Bal.
बलराम बोलते हैं, राइट?
So we usually
ये
say
दूसरा अलग
Balaram.
नाम है।
So these are two
ये बल
different
अलग
names,
नाम है,
separate names.
राम
Bal
सेपरेट
is
नाम,
different
दोनों
and
साथ में
Ram is
चलते हैं।
different, but we speak it
सो
together.
बलाधिक्यम बलम विदुः, ये तीसरा। तो पहला नाम रोहिणेय,
So first is
दूसरा नाम
Rohineya,
राम,
second is
तीसरा नाम
Ram,
बल।
and third is
अगले
Bal.
श्लोक में कहते हैं
And in the
यदूनाम
earth,
अपृथक भावात, यदुओं से
he says,
ये अलग
Yaduna
होगा,
Pritbhag.
मतलब ये अलग
He,
होकर भी आपके यदु
although he is different from the Yadus,
दोनों का मिलन करेगा।
he will bring
इसीलिए
these
मैं
Yadu clan
उसका
and the
नाम रखता हूँ
associates of
संकर्षण।
Raja, inhabitants of Raja together.
संकर्षण
That is
का
why
मतलब
I name him
तीन
as
शब्द है।
Sankarshana.
संकर्षण नाम रखने के तीन कारण,
So there are three reasons for
क्योंकि
naming him Sankarshana.
बेचारे नंद बाबा तो जानते नहीं थे,
Because
गर्गाचार्य तो
although
जानते
Nand
थे,
Baba is unaware, but
लेकिन
Gargamuni
इस
is
बात
fully
को
aware that
देवकी
because
के
this
गर्भ
child
से कर्षित किया,
was attracted or
संकर्षित किया, सम्यक रूपेण
taken
कर्षित
from the womb
रोहिणी
of
के गर्भ में रखा
Devaki
गया था।
and was established in the
सो
womb
देवकी
of
के गर्भ से
Rohini
कर्षित
ji,
करके रोहिणी के गर्भ में रखने के कारण
and because of
संकर्षण
that,
कहा गया।
he is addressed as Sankarshana.
दूसरा, संकर्षण
Second,
माने कर्षण माने
Sankarshan,
अट्रैक्ट,
Karshan means to
कर्षण माने
attract,
अट्रैक्ट, और समकर्षण माने
and
सभी
Samkarshan
सम
means
अट्रैक्ट, सबको आकर्षण करना।
the one who
ये आपका
attracts
बालक सबको
everyone.
आकर्षित करेगा,
So he will
इसलिए
attract
इसका नाम
everyone.
संकर्षण रखा
Therefore,
गया।
he will be addressed as
और
Sankarshana.
तीसरा कारण, इसका ये मूल तो संकर्षण ही है,
And
अनंत शेष
he is
जिसके ऊपर
Sankarshana,
4 करोड़ ब्रह्मांड
fundamentally
है,
Anantashek,
इसलिए आपके इस बालक का
who
नाम
carries
संकर्षण।
so many thousands of
तो
universes
इस
on his
प्रकार
head.
से
So therefore, he is also addressed as Sankarshana.
हम
So in
उसको
this
बलराम
manner,
ही बोलते हैं,
we
लेकिन
speak him,
रोहिणेय,
address him as
राम,
Balram.
बल
So
और संकर्षण,
Rohine,
ये
Bal,
4
and Ram
नाम
and Sankarshan,
पैदा कर दिए।
these four names were given to the elder son.
कहा था कि
So
नंद बाबा,
Garg Muni said, "Oh Nandu Baba,
का नामकरण कराओगे तो फेस्टिवल तो करना पड़ेगा,
we will have
तुम
to
फेस्टिवल
observe a
करोगे तो
festival or
नंद बाबा को
celebration.
पता नहीं
You will
चलेगा।
do that, and then people will get
नंद
to
बाबा
know."
ने कहा आप नाम
Nanda
तो
Baba
लिख
said,
दीजिए,
"You
नाम
can
गिरा दीजिए,
put the names,
फेस्टिवल में बाद में कर लूंगा।
and I will celebrate the event later."
अच्छा, आप चलो,
Then
गर्गाचार्य ने कहा फेस्टिवल बाद
Garg
में
Muni said
करोगे,
that you will celebrate it later,
बताओगे तो सही ना कि इसका
but you
नाम
will have
राम
to
है,
say
बल है और
that
इसका
his
ये है।
name is this, this, and
तो फिर
that.
आप क्या कहोगे, किसने नाम पाड़ा?
Then what will you do and say who renamed,
मैं
who
कहूंगा
named them?
लोगों को
Then he said
कि
that I
मेरे
will tell the
अंदर ये
people,
प्रेरणा हुई और
I
इस
got
प्रेरणा से मैंने
this
नाम रख दिया।
inclination and
आप
I did it on
अपने
my
छोटे
own.
बालक का नामकरण करो।
And now you can name my
तो
younger
छोटा
son as
बालक
well.
नंद बाबा ने गर्गाचार्य के गोद में बिठा
The
दिया।
younger son was put on the lap
तब
of
सुखदेव
Gargamuni.
गोस्वामी वर्णन करते हैं कि
And
जब
Shukdev
छोटे बालक
Goswami
को गर्गाचार्य
describes
ने गोद में बिठाया,
when he took him
अंदर
into
से
the lap,
नाचने लगे
he
कि
was
चलो देखो
dancing
तो
in his
ब्रह्मांड
heart.
का स्वामी
The
आज
Supreme
मेरे गोद
Personality
में
of
खेल रहा
Godhead,
है।
the creator of the millions and
गर्गाचार्य
billions of
अपने
universe,
सामने
is
दिखाई
playing
देने
in my
लगे,
lap.
उनका मन नाचने लगा।
He was
सो
dancing
उस समय तो
in his heart
गर्गाचार्य को हुआ
on
कि
this great
बालक को तो
opportunity,
गोद में ही
and
बिठा कर रखूं,
he was
लेकिन
thinking that
पिता
I
जल्दी
should
जल्दी में
keep
बिठा नहीं
this
पाए,
child on my
क्योंकि
lap,
उस
but
समय तो कंस का भय था, आज
because
कंस
of
का
this
भय।
care
इसलिए
of
हम गर्गाचार्य के गोद
Kans,
में
but now
इस छोटे लड़के को 24 घंटे बैठने के लिए दे देते
let
हैं।
us sit him on the lap of Gargmuni for 24 hours.
गर्गाचार्य आप उसको गोद में बिठाओ, हैं? कल हम इसका नामकरण करेंगे
So today
और
tomorrow we
कथा
will
आगे
name
बढ़ाएंगे।
him
वैसे भी समय
and
हो रहा
continue
है,
the katha. And
तो
anyways, the
यहीं
time
पर
is up.
वाणी का विराम करते हैं।
So I will
आप
just
सभी
conclude my
भक्त
speech
बड़े
today.
धैर्य से
You
इस
all
कथा
have been
को
listening with
श्रवण किए,
patience and love.
सभी भक्तों का
I'm
धन्यवाद
really grateful
और
to all of you,
धन्यवाद।
and I especially want to
हमारे
thank
गर्ग परिवार के
the Garg family, by whose great endeavor this Katha has been organized in this pious Purushottam, and this all was a great coincidence. So where we concluded the Katha in the last Purushottam, we are starting from there. And the this is a coincidence that the Garg family has organized this Katha on the naming ceremony by Garg Acharya. So I'm really thankful to all of you. So let's conclude the sixth day session by Jai Jaikar.
श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की